It's almost as if the new Mazda 6 has been taken to a tailor, and they've had this new custom sports sedan fitted to our liking.
They certainly hit the bullseye, in my opinion, because if you look at all the other sedans like the Camry and the Accord, I mean, they sell a lot. They sell for about 400,000 each a year. But those cars are very conservative, and to me, they're boring. Now, the cool thing about the Mazda 6 is you get all the things you want in a sedan. It's got room, it's reliable, it's practical, but you also get the added zip. It's fun to drive, and it looks cool.
The added zip comes from the new flagship MZI V6, an all-aluminum mill that pumps out 220 horses at 6,300 RPM. Mazda has engineered a new set of heads with continuously variable intake valve timing, helping feed the pistons as they compress the fuel-air mixture down to a 10-to-1 ratio. Now, they've also had swirl-induced vanes cast directly into the intake runners to maximize power output. Behind the flywheel is a 5-speed close-ratio gearbox for easy delivery of the V6's 192 pound-feet of torque. The run to 60 miles per hour takes 6.8 seconds, while the quarter mile can be covered in a little over 15 seconds at 93 miles per hour.
You walk up to a car that looks this sporty, and it makes these kind of noises, and suddenly it's sportier than it is, you know, than it really deserves to be. And that's cool.
Underneath, there's a whole new suspension, as Mazda has reworked the geometry from the ground up to increase the 6's overall footprint and stability. Sport-tuned double wishbones have upper control arms along with lateral and diagonal links to keep the front wheels vertical with less friction than from struts. Now in back, trailing arms and highly compliant bushings soak up the bumps on the straights and provide firm resistance in the corners. We like to call this tuning Euro Talk. And finally, the rack and pinion steering has also been tweaked to take advantage of this newfound road gripping power. On the skid pad, the stats reveal the Michelin pilots hanging on to 0.84 Gs and pulling the new 6 down from 70 to a curt stop in 183 feet with the help of discs all around. Mazda's also added what they call a zero-loss brake booster. Evidently, it does its job, because in several days of hard running, not a single editor reported as much as a whiff of brake fade. And there's another thing most of us agree on: the styling. The sharp prow, angular grille, rising beltline, muscular haunches. This is a serious sports sedan. And the speed yellow color doesn't hurt. An optional sport package adds an aero kit, 5-spoke 17-inch alloy wheels, Optitron instruments, and other goodies. Inside the sports car-inspired cockpit, the driver has everything he needs for exhilarating driving. A short throw shifter, and cool, easy-to-read gauges set up behind a leather-wrapped steering wheel. And finally, there's a barrage of new safety and convenience features, including seatbelt pretensioners, side and curtain airbags, thermostat-controlled seat heaters, and a 6-speaker CD. All of this adds up to a true, authentic sports sedan that easily drives its way onto our 10 best list.
Mazda's goal is to become viewed as the BMW of Japan. They would really like folks to look at them as the sportiest of all the Japanese offerings, and this is a big step here.
I put it on my 10 best list because what I thought was it'll give you everything any other family sedan will, but yet it adds in an actual bit of excitement. I mean, it's fun to drive, and it looks so cool. And even on the inside, you got some chrome around the gauges, you got some nice metallic look finish. I mean, the thing just looks special, but yet it doesn't cost any more, and you get the same thing you would in any other sedan.
The base price of the Mazda 6 starts at $19,000, while our fully loaded tester made the bottom line just over $25,000. It's a true sports sedan at an incredible value. So here's our bottom line. If you're in the market for a sports sedan, go to your Mazda dealer and ask to see something in size 6. The color? Well, that's your choice.